Hello, welcome back, and this is Dulce Diana, and we have two amazing people on this episode. One of them being my best friend, Natalie.
Hey.
And the other one is one of the best DJs, I think, in my opinion, in Connecticut, Mr. Dana Forrester.
Wow. That says a lot. See, there's a lot of good DJs out here, so.
Is there really?
We get into it.
There's a few.
I have a lot. I have a lot that influenced me, but we could talk about it.
All right, so I met Dana through Natalie, but Natalie could speak to a little bit how she met him, and then we'll get into it.
I used to work at St. Francis Hospital when I was about, 18, 19.
No, you ain't that much younger than me.
No, how old were you?
Well, I'm 47 now, probably.
We were both, I was like 19, right? I was young.
I may have been 21, 22.
Really?
Yeah, because I used to go to City's Edge.
Oh my God, City's Edge.
City's
While I was working.
So maybe we were 20.
Yeah.
Because, well, what year was Melrose Place
Like,
out?
1990,
right?
Yeah, around there. Yeah, you probably
1990? So we were younger.
91, 92.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we weren't younger. It was just
Well, yeah. So, But, I would work at night.
In what department?
In medical records. I worked at night in medical records. And I would try to go in the doctor's lounge on a Monday night so I could watch Melrose Place. And this motherfucker was in there every Monday, right? And he was always dressed. So I thought he was a doctor. And I was like,
Dressed like what, though? Like, did he have
he had
scrubs
a tie on.
Oh.
Collared shirt.
Mm-hmm.
What department did you work in?
I actually worked at what they called at the time computer operations.
Oh,
It would be
okay.
called IT,
IT.
now. It was computer operations. And I had the lucky job. It was really a lucky job. So my hours from 4 to 12. And probably the first 4 hours I would make rounds to check to make sure computers were working right, printers, et cetera, answer questions or address any problems at the nursing stations. And that only really took about 3.5 hours.
That's a damn shame.
The rest of the time.
So you mean to tell me you owe the hospital about
Oh, yeah, I do too.
$150,000?
Let me tell you, I would get my job done quick.
Well, they got it back for the 2 surgeries I had over there. So we squared.
Yeah, you definitely.
It's a wash.
Surgery and
Definitely
back
squared.
surgery and all that type of stuff.
But I finally had to just act like, I think we finally just spoke to one another one day because it was like, it had to be like 3 passings. I was this dude, he's not leaving. He's not leaving the doctor's lounge.
Yeah, I wasn't shy about it.
This is the one I have the code to, and I want to watch TV.
I had
and
the
you
code.
finally
I had the code to
I know
all
you
the
had the
doctor
codes to
loans.
all of them.
There was a computer in each one.
I
so
know,
as long as
and
there's
that's
a
when you would do
computer
your
there,
work.
yeah.
So
And
he
you
was the
finally-
he was the one to know then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
The
he
guy.
finally said to me, you into Melrose Place? And I was like, that's what I've been coming through here for the past 3 weeks.
I used to watch Monday Night Football.
Oh my goodness.
What else?
So he was chilling.
Oh, yeah, and that's when we became friends.
Mm-hmm.
Because we would watch TV together on the job.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, St. Francis.
Wow, that's about 25 years ago.
Yeah. We would watch TV together on the job.
Wow.
My first job. My first real job. Yeah.
You used to work for your aunt.
Yep.
She used to be funny.
Oh, no, she wasn't.
Well, she's funny to me.
No.
So yeah, that was
So that was our meeting, and then we just hit it off.
Mm-hmm.
And we just started hanging.
And well, we found out. I think we eventually found out we had some mutual friends.
Yeah.
And we kind of ran in some same circles and stuff like that. Like can't think of the names right now, but we had a few mutual friends.
Well, that's because they're all gone.
Yeah, right.
But we're still
standing. But and then back then it was a lot of stuff to do.
Oh yeah, clubs galore.
Yeah, it was
a lot of parties.
Yeah, Union Station,
Razzles,
Macaras. The Gaslight. What was that? The Gaslight?
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Oh yeah,
Mark Anthony's or Michael Anthony's or some shit.
It was Mark Anthony.
Oh my God.
City's Edge, Bahama Bob.
La Mirage.
Oh my gosh, La Mirage.
Yeah, Bahama Bob.
Jeez.
No, check.
Good Night Hartford.
Good Night Hartford.
Yeah, I'm pushing it now.
Hey, I'm
Bar with
I'll
No
bar-
Name was
I'll
my
bar-
favorite.
Bar
And it
with
was
No Name.
Well, Bar No Name came like
I know, but that was-
30s,
But it was
yeah.
definitely
But
our
that was-
spot. That was our spot. We were in the commercial. But
No
anyways,
doubt.
That was my
We didn't get
30s
paid
too.
for
I was
that.
kind of
And
I was kind of
Tipton's
wilding
and
then.
Tipton's and Stanford.
yes.
Oh, we used to go out there.
But yeah, we started chilling, you and I, Dana, and going out to parties.
Yeah, I
and-
used to, either I would pick you up,
Yep.
and then we eventually you introduced me to Diana,
Yeah, it's
and
like,
we
let's
just
rope
clicked
this
and
in.
stuff like that. It was really Sunday nights was our nights.
It's true.
Razzles
It's true.
and cars and stuff like that. I remember one time, I'll say this, I'm man enough to say, I don't know what was into me that time, but I was dating a girl from Springfield, and y'all both basically checked me like, Dana, man, leave that clown alone. And it's true though.
I don't remember that.
It's true. I remember.
I don't remember that
You
either.
remember that? Yeah, y'all was like, and I was like, yo, I don't know what was going on at the time, but anyway, y'all was like, yo, Dana, scratch.
Because I think that we encountered like a lot of different
Oh,
type of
yeah.
men and stuff, and I think that back then like you stood out because not only did you like have a great sense of humor and you knew how to dress and stuff like that, but you knew how to treat a woman.
Relative.
No, I'm just saying,
I don't know,
like
I
you
would- I
were.
would check some resumes.
No.
I don't know if everybody would agree with that. But
I'm just saying, just in
Lovely
the.
sentiment.
I take it, Hey,
So-
listen, I live my
I'm
truth.
talking about like surface.
Surface. Yeah.
We ain't putting on no scuba suits.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah,
saying.
Yeah, I keep secrets better than Victoria, buddy. That's that. Buddy. You ain't gonna hear it from me.
we all have skeletons,
Uh-huh.
and we all haven't been the nicest people to certain people.
Yeah, no doubt.
I
Like
just
I got.
coughed up a bone the other day.
Speaking of both, right? No.
I'm sorry.
Wait. So do you think that all of that, like we just named about 15 clubs, do you think that all of that attributed to you becoming a DJ?
Oh, wow.
Was that?
Good segue.
Hey, you see that segue, people? Because sometimes I just be doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Me becoming a DJ. So here's it's kind of a funny story, actually. So way before, there's a few things that happened. So I was about 12 or 13, and my sister was dating this guy who had 2 turntables and a mixer. And obviously I had seen it on TV, and I'd seen other DJs, and let's just say they broke up rather hastily, and he left his stuff behind.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
So I started toying with it and stuff, and I really couldn't.
blessing.
Yeah, I had no clue what to do. Didn't know how to match beats or anything. But I'll even take it back a little further. My father and mother on Friday nights, every Friday night for a few years, used to throw happy hours. My mother was she was the host and the funny person. My father was always putting on records for people to dance. So I think it was just in me early on to want to kind of in some way entertain people and then use the music. So in some ways I got my sense of humor from my mother from those happy hours because she was always the center of attention and she was pretty funny. And my father was very laid back and but he loved music. So I think I took my cue from that. And so we used to go to these clubs, these teenage clubs called Checkers was one of them.
Oh my gosh.
There was this place called Scheherazade.
Rascals.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Scheherazade in Wallingford. There
Wow.
was a Twilight Room. There's a Rolling Turnpike. And so what happened was I used to make pause tapes. I used to take the best part of songs and I used to mix them together. We would listen to them on the way. And so my guy by the name Anthony Bremer, he used to just like what I used to do, and I used to make them. And we used to make these tapes all the time. I used to make these tapes. So I had initially really started DJing from that, in terms of what we know DJing now, 2 turntables and a mixer.
Right.
And so way later on. But I did like what music could do to people. I love how I used to watch a DJ and how he influenced people's feelings. And so it was just
You're very good at that.
yeah, I just and I think probably my best skill as a DJ is understanding what the crowd energy is. Maybe not, the best technical DJ.
Very good at that.
Maybe not the best.
We don't know about
I don't
technical
know
shit.
about that.
So
No, but you be getting
don't even listen.
No, it's okay.
Word,
No,
word,
I mean,
I am not about to allow you to diss yourself on Dose of Diana.
Yeah.
Scratch that. Rewind.
Select our
Rewind.
So when he DJing, I don't know about you, Nat, but do you notice any technicality?
No, I noticed that my mind don't be sitting down.
Exactly.
That's what I noticed.
Now when other people come on and they shoot it down,
sit
then
down.
we sit down.
Yeah,
But anyways,
we sit down. Okay.
So that's how that happened. So fast forward about 15 years ago now. So I had that little turntable set, and I would just bunch of train wrecks, but I did my best I could make the tapes. And then this guy named Travis Walker, a good friend of mine from like 8th grade, because that's what him and I were doing. And he was actually really into it too, so we would teach each other how to scratch and do other stuff. But we didn't have no idea what we was doing. But we loved buying records. So we would go down to this place. We would go down to like Strawberries, Newberries, Belltone. We would buy records, stuff like that. I think I remember buying, not my first record, but a record that always stood in my head was Rakim, Check Out My Melody, and Eric B. for President. And him and I must have listened to that for hours.
would you say that's one of your influences
In terms of
hip hop in general? Or
my influence in hip hop, probably the most important songs. Everybody always kind of thinks back to Sugar Hill, and I remember.
Oh
that,
gosh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that was like 1979, I think, or 78. But what really caught my attention about hip hop and about rap is when I heard The Message in 1982. And because most of us, if you lived in the North and the Hartford, which I did, that song spoke to you. Like, broken glass everywhere. People pissing in the corner. And just don't care. And so,
but then you saw the video.
The video, yeah. There was a little, but I mean, yeah.
He was like, "What the hell are you wearing?" But anyway,
Yeah. A lot of leather and hair beads for dudes. I couldn't get.
No, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I think that
random.
Although hip hop, there was songs from like 79 and stuff like that were good hip hop songs, but the one that touched me, my favorite hip hop song is The Message. Because of just what it does. Now, I have my top 5 favorite hip hop songs in terms of just like poignant times in hip hop history where like you could sense the game changing. It would be The Message. A few years later, it was Sucker MCs, Eric B. for President, and Check Out My Melody by Rakim. The Bridge Is Over, the whole Criminal Minded album.
Wow.
Illmatic, Nas. I mean, I can go on for days, but those.
He is just opening floodgates.
I forgot about
of memories.
Yes.
But this is what I'm saying about his skills. Like he has those in the Rolodex. Like I couldn't stand there and be like, I'm gonna play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there and I walk in and Dana's on the turntables or whatever the hell they're called, mixers, whatever, and I know I'm gonna have a good night. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good feeling.
Yeah.
When sometimes people advertise and they say this person, and you're like, who the fuck is that? Or I ain't going there.
It's great to hear though that you put like thought into, like that. It's great to hear the background story
Right.
of how.
Oh yeah, well yeah, but
process.
that's only like the first half. So like the second half, moving to just before after my daughter was born, somewhere around that time, I started reconnecting with our friend DJ Ron P. And so even before then, when June Archer and I were doing parties at the Colonnade, remember those banging parties? We used to do those. Ron was DJing, and a lot of people don't at least remember or know that Ron used to be a well-known DJ in Chappelle Gardens. I first seen Ron DJ a party at Loomis Shafee. He was 15 years old.
He used to go to Loomis.
He used to go to Loomis.
Yeah.
And so Ron, Ron was making mix CDs and all that stuff at 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
Ron and I we used to see each other in passing and stuff like that. But in the early 2000s, him and I got together, and so I credit Ron where he took the time out to reintroduce me to the game. sat with me. We started matching. Got back to the beat matching and got back to just doing the basics and stuff like that. And he recognized I had it. He was like, this guy got a good ear for just the right music when we put it on at the right time. And so we just, and him and I clicked. We had a good chemistry and stuff like that. And and then he had a turntable and a mixer that I ended up borrowing for a little bit. And I think maybe like a month and a half later, I had everything else because I fell back in love with DJing, with hip hop. And it just took off from there. So it was beautiful just to reconnect with him opening up his talents to me, and then my talents for what I do took off. So it just worked out good. And all of a sudden, it went from just like if you talk to any DJ, most DJs, actually how they started by asking somebody, you mind if I play some music at your cookout or in your basement? And then it started to pick up. So basically, I was just kind of giving away the services for free, and next thing, and not really still kind of not really good at that point. And but people recognized that I knew what songs to play. And once I figured out how to blend it right and hit it on the right spots and stuff like that, then it really started to take off.
I remember going to a party in a basement somewhere. I don't even know where the hell it was.
Yeah, it was in New Britain. Yeah, those basement parties.
Those basement parties.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was like, Dana's a DJ?
Yeah. I don't think I even told you. I was like, David's having a party. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then we went, and I was like,
not just having a party.
Yeah. He was a DJ. I got down there. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Those parties were great.
They were really good.
Those parties were a lot of fun.
Most people will tell you that a DJ got his start in a few places. He either started in somebody's backyard, he started in his window, he started in a basement, or he started in a cookout, or he started in a school or a rectory or something like that. Those are kind of like the places where you kind of learn. It's like there's no better feeling when you just in the middle of a crowd and you can literally control everybody.
I could tell.
And they're vibing out to it. Yeah,
I could tell because I don't know if you pay attention or if you pay attention, but whenever like a good song is put on, I always take a moment to look at the DJ.
Yeah.
Because of the crowd, when the crowd reacts, and then you can see pleasure, and that's a good DJ. If the DJ is just like whatever, it's like, look at this snob ass dude. Like,
no, I still to this.
Oh,
day,
I could tell. He'd be like,
that was Diana dancing.
yeah, sorry, no video.
Yeah, you can catch me dancing at the table at the booth.
So you're basically recreating your parents' house parties.
You know something
with your vibe,
with the sense of humor and the music.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I will throw
because he works the crowd.
If I know people, I will definitely call you out.
It's definitely a vibe. You're recreating that whole,
Yeah. So that's just been.
That's cool.
It was, it's been amazing to be able to share something. You know what I mean?
Here are matches for shooter.
I do.
Sorry,
believe,
Siri.
It's all right. I do believe that if you have gifts, if you have true gifts, like Diana, your gift is your ability to make people laugh and communicate with them, like the way you've been doing through your podcast series. But I think if you really got a gift, I think it's almost your duty to share it with people.
No, you're right.
You know, if it's I think that's just me. You know what I mean? Some people don't feel that way, but I feel like if you got a gift or gifts, I mean, you should share them. And so, luckily, that's one of my gifts.
What's some of your main challenges when you first started? And do you feel like some of those challenges are still the same now?
The big challenge that I notice now that is the attention span of folks.
Yeah, you don't like that.
And now with the advent of, with social media, I don't necessarily know if people are coming out to party or to be seen. So you feel like, there's just tons of selfies going on. There's not a lot of attention to socializing, because for me as a DJ, I need energy from
right.
folk. And when the energy is just like, not really there, it could be tough. You could have some long nights. The other big challenge I see in terms of DJing right now is that just to me, and it's not a knock against the younger generation because they're only working with what they have, but the music is soulless. Like
Wow.
I remember, like a song that just touched you. You felt it. Like these
The
songs are
goosebumps
just,
and everything.
Yeah,
Like,
these songs are like cheap gum.
Yeah.
Like, after a few chews, you done with it. Versus like a good.
Like a good song that when it drops, you know exactly. Like one of the songs that does that for me, and it may not do it for you guys, but it's Encore by Jay-Z. When it drops and it goes, I'm like, ah!
Yeah.
Jay-Z!
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I work out in the morning, I kid you not, there's one Jay-Z song that I play every morning. And it's Otis.
Oh.
I guess I got my swagger back.
Yeah.
When he says that.
And you did. We're going to talk about your swagger.
No, I ain't talking about that.
How you going to be dropping that? How you going to be dropping jewels?
No.
We going to talk about it. We going to talk about your swagger.
Here we
Can we talk about my swagger now? Y'all gonna touch on my swagger?
Damn, I've been.
Anybody notice my swagger when I
Y'all
walk in?
figured me out already?
Oh, my
How
goodness.
long have we known you?
No, I was just trying to just say that.
I'm just trying to steer the conversation.
Yeah, that song
my
is
swagger.
definitely like, man, when I hear that, when they use that Otis Redding.
You ready?
Find a little tenderness, a sample, it's just something about
I
that
agree
song.
with you. But I could never
But it's
put
soul in the
Yeah,
song.
I could
That's
never-
why you feel it.
I could never put the word to like what it was that was missing. But when you said soulless,
It's they're usually what they're doing is that the beats are so repetitive. The
and
biggest
the
challenge
substance,
of a
what they're
DJ.
singing about or talking about.
Well, it's almost like you can go on Instagram and get like 5 million viewers, right? And then you can
a
say a hook like 5 times and put a beat to it, and then you're a star.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just
I mean,
like
that's just
that's
a
the tip.
snippet of a lot of things that went on. So in one way, where I think that the internet is good for an up and coming artist or a DJ is just that you don't need a middleman anymore. You don't need somebody to put you on. If you're good and you expose yourself and you create enough buzz, that's you can really do well. On the other hand, I was so.
he's rubbing his head. Ladies.
Yeah.
But what I do notice, especially about a lot of these younger DJs, is that I could tell they don't spend any time working their craft. I would hear a song on the radio, and I still do it, and I could hear a good song on the radio right now, and I would, in my car, you could probably go in my car right now, and you'll see 7 or 8 songs to get me to that song, and 8 songs to get me out of that song. That are just that I know
Would flow.
flow,
Yeah.
right. And it's just these kids just mash music in. They just hit the sound effects horn.
But it's like a disposable culture, anyway.
And their gratification is that they rather see somebody put up a thumb or a like on Facebook or on Instagram versus like, yo, you got some serious skill, and I think that's majorly missing right now. But it's going to continue that way because they got a bunch of people telling them that they're good and they're really not. So.
But that's with everything. I feel like with the younger. generation.
Like
everybody gets a trophy.
Like I think of like guys that I don't listen to the radio too much, and there's no knock to them, but there's guys on the radio that I still love to hear DJ. I'll go out specifically to hear them. I'll just sit back in the crowd like, man, he still got it. Like he's a nut, but Rex is a very good DJ. DJ Rex, Billy Bush, I could watch homie all day, especially when he's doing the 45s. My own boy DJ Ron P. When we sit back and watch him do his thing, big man.
I like Kevin.
Yep, chaotic. Yep.
Yo, when he did that wedding, oh my God. And you know what? Another thing about like you, Chaotic, and a couple others, is that they don't play Suavemente as the only Spanish song.
Well, I will play it though.
I know, but
It is one of my favorites.
but it's not the only, like, there's some Puerto Ricans in the crowd.
Yeah.
I'll play Suavemente.
The only time I really play with Suavemente is when I do like a corporate event and there's like 3 Puerto Ricans. We're gonna start because everybody else knows what Suavemente is.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
You can't dig into like Tito Neves or
but you see what I'm saying?
warm 'em up. You gotta warm 'em up.
You gotta
But
bring them
see,
there.
that's my point. Tito Nieves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I bet you could
Yeah,
go
Victor
and grab
Manuel.
some reggaeton too, and maybe some bachata.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you're really gonna be impressing folks. Whereas there's some DJs they'll play suavemente because they see some Puerto Ricans, and then they go back to the hip hop. It's like, damn.
Yeah. Well, you know what it was? Puerto Ricans was bugging him all night. He had to get him off his back.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna take a nap now.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's 3 y'all in here. 5. Suavemente for everybody.
Wait, so you were saying, so this made me think of this. You were saying that when you're in the car, you write songs that will get you into a song.
Post-it, yeah.
I'm not a DJ, but I know transitions, damn it.
Transition.
Oh my God.
Transitions, yeah.
Some people
A lot of people
do
don't
not
know how to
know.
do transitions.
And I'm not going to
You're
call them
gonna hear
out.
a lot of them these days. If you
Oh
go to
my goodness. It's
We were
like
just at
Train wrecks.
place.
75 Center
Yeah, we went for
Where's that?
breakfast.
in Southington.
The food.
The food is amazing. If you ever.
Don't go there.
If you ever eat again,
Which will be shortly.
go there.
All right,
The
75
DJ
cents.
was horrible. 75 Center in Southington?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Actually, Southington has a few nice little spots now.
Yeah.
Banana
So the
bread French toast with Nutella. It
Actually,
was so good.
Actually, I had that at a place in Northampton called Sylvester's, but not with the Nutella.
I had chicken waffle sliders.
They were good. They were good. It was really good food.
Like,
but the DJ
got
transitions.
you.
We
Well,
didn't know what he was
the
doing.
What
transi-
time was it, like a brunch or something?
yeah, it was a brunch.
Sunday brunch.
And he played, like, he knew his audience because,
did.
you know,
He had us
there,
rocking.
there were some, whatever. But then they saw us, and it was like, okay, so he started playing some stuff. But then he would take the shit off when the music was, you know, when you
Right,
got that
right,
hook
right,
where
when you get
everybody's
in it.
like,
On the break.
Yeah. Right when you want to sing along, he'd move it to something else. And you're like,
Young kid?
no,
no.
no.
Like, you know, when
Was it
Whitney
your
used,
brother?
no, he was from Southington. So,
That narrows
you
it
know,
down,
when they playing, like, let's say Whitney Houston, and they was playing, oh, I wanna dance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it goes to that part, and then he goes to another song without fading or
Another
anything.
good song.
But we were getting ready to
So
do
you just
the
switch your emotions.
Yeah.
with our emotion. You got,
Especially when
you
people
don't
like to sing
even.
along. You know we like to sing along.
He
You
was
don't
a
even
good kisser, but that's
understand.
about it.
No, he wasn't even a good kisser.
All right.
He just felt it up real quick. But
Oh my God. All right. Moving along. Man, Diane, you got a bunch of questions. You so
when
prepared.
I'm very prepared.
She's very.
When prepping for a set or an event, what do you do? Like, what do you start with? Do you like go for a run and like you got some shit in your ear, or you know what I'm saying? Like, do you prep like a boxer? Do you prep like a basketball player? Because it is a craft, you know. So
I have a tiger on. I'm just trying to get in your mouth.
oh shit.
So sometimes it depends. Sometimes what I tend to do, I used to. So here's another DJ lesson for anybody. The biggest mistake you could ever make as a DJ is try to repeat what you did the week before, because it may not be the same crowd.
Right.
So what I used to do, I used to practice like, I'm gonna play this, and then I'm gonna play that, and then I'm gonna play this, and then I'm gonna play that, and then
you did it.
and I would play this and that, and they'd be like, crickets. Like, oh, that didn't work. It worked last week. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you guys
And
don't
so
like
I'd
that?
be completely stuck, right? And so once again, I gotta actually credit my man Ron P. He was like, "Yo, don't practice so much presets." He said, "Just practice your timing. Make sure you bring the songs in on time, the beats and stuff." So what I do is I typically before I DJ an event, either the day before or the day of, depends. Like sometimes you'll see I go on YouTube, on YouTube, Facebook, and I'll do a set. I'll just kind of freelance and just play songs from all over the place, and just to get my timing right, and see how I feel. So really, the biggest thing that I need to have when I start a DJ set is my timing on point.
Most DJs need that.
Yeah. When you
I
practice,
think it's
like,
important.
When
It
you
is
when
very
you
important.
when you have like I mean sometimes it can work. Don't be wrong, because you just know there's such a hot song out there. Like I know that this song is gonna rock them. But to have like a bunch of songs ready at a certain time, I just learned a long time ago. It's really about the energy. What I do know is that that I could dictate the energy.
That was going to be one of my questions. Stop. Oh my God. See?
Yeah, my bad.
You threw me a
skipped the line.
curveball. I don't like it.
My bad.
I was going to say, does the crowd inspire the way that you move?
Absolutely.
The direction and way you're going? And you did answer that with the energy.
Yeah, the prettier
So
the crowd, the
when
better
y'all go to
DJ.
any of Dana and Ron P's event, he need energy, people.
Word.
Cut the shit.
Word.
Stop trying to be out there
Taking
picking
pictures
up
of yourself with
chicks
bottles.
when you got a girl at home. Stop
Well,
trying to.
here's- now, see, now
This
you-
is what's going
you know
on.
what?
This
Now-
is what's
and
going
I
on,
wanna
though.
skip into you one of your questions.
This is going on.
I've never in my life went to a party or a club and thinking that I can't wait to dance with my boys.
That's
Like I
that's
cannot
well,
wrap.
yeah,
I
but
can't
that's
wrap
why
my,
you used to always hang out with a bunch of
Yeah,
women.
maybe, but I could never wrap my head. I can't wrap my head around.
No, you're right.
Like right now, it's cliquish. Like,
In a circle with bottles and shit.
yeah, and it's like, listen. I mean, I remember walking out of a
different.
party, sweating,
Oh my God,
and
right?
having a great time.
Well, we still have our.
still-
Yeah.
yeah, we still, yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like just having a great time and dancing. And if you saw a real fly chick and she caught your eye and you caught her eye, man, we on the dance floor at some point. And that's what I can't really get. But the other problem with that is
No, because then they wait till after and then they go in your DM.
yeah, that's funny.
Clown
That's how it
asses.
is
But you know what is funny too? You know what's funny about that? So so here's the other problem. So a lot of times, I think the biggest complaint, like when I be like, yo man, or typically from females, there's so many women at your party, and you'd be like, where are the guys? I was like texting you. I'm like texting you from his couch, and you texting him back telling him I'm gonna be over in a little while versus come buy me a drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, listen, these guys don't have to work too hard these days.
Well, they
So,
haven't had to work hard.
There's
in a
like
while.
300 women in the club, 10 dudes, they cornballs, let's just face it, and then the dudes
Yeah.
are at home texting the girl right at the club, or the female, excuse me, or the lady, at the club, and she's there with her girls, they dancing in circles, texting the guy who's texting him from his couch, or from his car outside, or wherever he at.
Wherever he is,
like,
he isn't
like
there.
There's
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
real social, like there's no real socializing,
It's
so
different.
it's very different.
Because they can't see each other. Because people don't know that they're messing around. That's what's happening.
That's a
Yeah,
different show,
yeah.
Maury.
You are.
Because you know what?
that baby's done.
Listen, because there's 4
Yeah,
chicks
yeah.
that he's texting that are in the same club.
Oh,
So
wow.
he's trying to see which one he gonna hook up with
This one here?
that night.
Damn. Damn.
She be paying attention. She be paying attention.
The cell phone whisperer and stuff. You see it all, I guess, huh?
That's my designated
No.
driver right there.
You know, like anybody, I fear rejection. Very rarely would you, like, do I ever kind of, like, approach. If a woman really caught my eye, somehow I just found my way to her. But I was never, like.
That's because you easy on
Wait a
the
minute.
eyes.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait, was he just tooting his own horn?
A little bit.
Toot.
Yeah.
Hey.
Wait though. No. Wait.
That was a slick way,
No,
though.
I just like,
That was a slick way.
Because, like most people, I fear rejection, so I don't want to be.
Hey,
I
dude.
I fear rejection,
You get what I'm
but
saying?
I haven't had much.
You know, I don't really know much about rejection, but I fear it.
For the record, I did not say that. That's not where I was going with that. I actually applaud the guy who has
What's
enough nerve to
rejection?
walk across
What is that?
Yeah,
What is this rejection you guys are talking about?
yeah, that's funny.
I'm not familiar. When I thought about this question, I was like, Dana can answer this. Because if I ask somebody else, they'll probably be like, what do you mean? And then it's going to be like a crickets moment. But do you feel that music can be transformed in your hands?
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, that's the whole. That's a DJ's job.
That's fantastic.
That's a DJ's job. Well, the whole essence of DJing, and this goes back, the main reason why Grandmaster Flash made this, was very instrumental in doing this. The idea of DJing was to make really one long song.
Mm-hmm. And wasn't it that DJing back in the day was more the DJ was the star, and the
Yes.
MC was more like.
So the DJ.
See, I know a little bit about hip hop.
Yeah.
See y'all?
Somebody was looking at you too.
Well, no, actually, it was Netflix. It was Netflix.
Netflix.
They had like this whole hip hop
Oh,
series,
yeah,
but-
I haven't
and it was
watched
really
it yet.
good.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it was
you're
good.
absolutely
It's in my
right.
queue.
So,
Yeah.
so the elements of hip hop, DJing, graffiti, breakdancing,
Yeah.
rapping, and MCing. If I didn't say that already, but anyway, 5 elements. Whatever this word is going to my head. But DJ, everything started with the DJ. But so what happened? The DJ, some DJs, and this we're talking like people really credit hip hop starting with Sugar Hill, but it's way before then. Really the block parties in New York. But when they figured out how to blend one song to another and keeping the music influence, like they say, Kool Herc would find like what they called the break in the song. Basically, back then, some of the songs would be so long, right? But there would be a piece of the song that they called it the break, that would everybody start dancing. Hence the term break dancing.
Look at that.
So
He dropping knowledge up in here.
Most certainly.
So he would basically the breaks in the songs,
Yeah.
and he would just make those the best part of the party. So he would find them. When Grandmaster Flash did it, he was basically he brought mixing to the forefront where the BPMs were on point, like they matched together, like bang bang bang. But the whole idea was to make it just one long song. Where the rapper came in, or the MC, was they were just kind of in the background, kind of just trying to get people going.
Hey, man.
You say hey, I say ho, stuff like that.
Hey.
Put your hands
That's
in
what
the
people
air.
dance, though.
Yeah, put your hands in the air like you just don't care, stuff like that.
Now you say that, and motherfuckers is like, what?
Yeah, right. Huh?
They're like,
Yeah, right.
Put your cell phones up, what?
Yeah. Right. Take a selfie, everybody. Look good.
you should do that.
Yeah, right.
Do that.
Selfie time. That's new. Watch somebody take that. But
Put your
So-
iPhones in the air.
But then you had guys got like real charismatic. Like, first it was like, maybe I wouldn't say he wasn't charismatic, but then you got guys like Curtis Blow, stuff like that.
Kumo
When they-
D.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were, they started following other DJs, and DJs were like, hey, say something. Mm-hmm. And so next thing you know, the DJ is really the epicenter of hip hop. Mm-hmm. In my estimation, he is the epicenter. It all started with the maestro.
For a true hip hop, for like a true hip hop head, for someone, the DJ.
Yeah, the DJ is the epicenter, of what we know as hip hop. Mm-hmm. So, and then obviously the DJ, the breakers, then the MC, and the graffiti, all that stuff comes into play. But to me, I always admired any DJ for that matter. I love going to watch a DJ and then watch them work the crowd. I'm gonna tell y'all somebody, and y'all know him, at his best, DJ London. When I saw how he worked the mic and how he not just his DJing skill, he's a great DJ, but when he worked the mic, I was just like, yo, this dude is no joke. So London,
Not only that, like he shouts out people in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? It makes
London-
people feel,
London don't get enough credit for what he's done, and for Wicked Productions, the stuff they used to put on.
Oh my God! Remember that club down over there by
Albert Lakeside.
No, down North Main Street. They knocked it down. It's not there anymore. It used to be right next door to the ranch house. What was that?
Club Cabaret.
Oh my God!
Cabaret.
I don't know if they were affiliated with that. They may have been.
No, they were.
I thought
They were
that was
there.
Mark Entertainment.
They were there.
They made London and man, London at his best, and not saying that he's bad now, but at his best,
Yeah.
London could tear a party apart easily. So he's one of my top favorite DJs. Just to sit back and just respect what he do. He's just real, and not just his mic presence, which a good DJ should have a mic presence. Like when you get in there, when he touched the mic, in terms of trying to get the party going or using whatever type of
Not
thing.
only that, like he also has a touch of what you do that. Like after
he's
he
funny.
does finish the set, he goes out into the crowd and he's making you feel like, thank you for coming. Oh, thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? Like
He's always done that.
he's always
London's-
done that.
Yeah.
London's, that's my guy when it comes to that. Just London gets it. Big Man's good for that too. But London, he up there in terms of for me. So
Do you have like any? I know that you said that you have different songs or whatever, but do you have like any go-tos? Like you play these every single time. I'm gonna put this on, and these motherfuckers are gonna get up and dance.
it all depends on what era you're trying to touch. There's a bunch of stuff. When it comes to like old school R&B, you can never go wrong with a Michael Jackson song.
Sure.
You could never go wrong. It depends on what the era. When it comes to rapping, Slick Rick, Children's Story, Mona Lisa, some of the kind of semi-newer Lights, Camera, Action. For some reason, that Mr. Cheek song gets people going. Vibrant Thing, Q-Tip. That's a go-to.
You be playing some of Busta Rhymes too.
Busta, yeah, put you on Busta, Jesus. The ladies, all the ladies love Best to Be, with Maya and Jay-Z. When they hear that come on.
Oh yeah, that's when they had a thing allegedly.
Yeah. Yes.
What do you feel? What do you feel makes you different? And not, don't use anything that we've said. You want to pass like you're on Family Feud?
I think what I hope that I. What did she say?
You want to pass like you're on Family Feud?
No.
All right.
I think what makes me different is I do believe that I do have somewhat of a unique ability that you're gonna feel. That I felt this dude. You know what I mean? Because I think you'll know how much I actually love it.
And I'm gonna tell you how much that affects some ladies. Because back in the day, I'm not talking about right now, because we older now. But back in the day, I couldn't resist it because listen.
Don't look at me.
People tell me everything. Like, they just tell me stuff, right? So if they see that we say hi to you and we cool, whatever, and then they got a little drinks in them, I ain't gonna say people, I'm gonna say female. And at the end of the night, they're like, oh my God. I'm like, damn, relax. Like, so brings me to the next question.
I'm trying not to.
I'm
trying not to laugh so hard, and my eyes are
You
watering.
can laugh. So the DJ, right? So that's sort of like being an artist. So back in the day, okay, let's say just back in the day.
Before I was DJing?
No, before you was in a relationship.
Okay.
Do you feel that DJing made it easier for you? To get with the ladies. Like, let's say if you saw a dime coming in, you was like, oh shit, I'm about to drop this song. And she about to drop the digits.
That's funny. That's funny. You know what? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think when people kind of see me DJing, ladies see me DJing, you'd be surprised. Most of the time, no one says anything. I mean, you get people who probably give you some eye contact or something like that. But I don't really, people don't walk up to me and be like, hey, trust me, I kid you not. I wouldn't, I know you're looking at me skeptical.
I'm going to give you
Whatever.
a furry side eye.
I think not really. I don't get as approach as you much as you claiming or think.
I'm not claiming. I'm just saying, like, if I was up there DJing and I was single, I'd be like, what up, y'all?
Because
Hey.
I mean, I do. If the crowd's pretty, I could probably DJ a little bit better. No,
If the crowd's pretty.
No, I'm just kidding.
Lord.
Yeah, no, I'm just.
I do my best work for the pretty crowd.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Ever since they started wearing yoga pants, just kidding.
Well, not everybody
Not
can
everybody
wear the
can wear
yoga
those
pants.
yoga pants.
Just because they come in your size, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't wear the ones with the stripes. So,
In any direction.
in any direction. But anyway.
Or animal prints. But anyway,
Yeah.
do you ever leave an event?
Tribal stuff. Go ahead. All right. Yeah, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Do I ever leave an event? I'm done with it.
Oh my God. Do you ever leave an event and say, damn it, I sucked?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Even to this day.
Really?
If there's songs that I left on the table, like, man, I wish I would have played this versus that. Yeah.
I'm glad I was never at any of those events. Because I think I would have told you, Dana, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
What happened?
And and coming from the right place, sometimes you need to be checked. Sometimes you can either take your craft for granted, take the crowd for granted. There has been some times, right, that I thought I completely bombed. Like, that was terrible.
And you didn't.
And people was like, yo, that was off the hook. You'd be like,
Really?
That was terrible. So, and then sometimes I think I have done my best work. Like, I killed it. And it was like, he's all right.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
you just never know.
So, I mean, what I've learned to do and it took some time. Once I'm done DJing that specific event, believe it or not, I'm done with it. Like I have to move on. Now I learn from it, but then I just move on from it. No matter because if I just went on like how well I did, then I won't practice. And if I just go by, oh, he sucked, I'm just gonna put it away. Okay, I could do better. You know what I mean? So I do walk away sometimes going, damn, I stunk it up. And sometimes I go in there like, yo, I got him.
Yeah.
I killed them.
Yeah, I got him. You even got it, tell me. I know it. I see it in your sweaty clothes.
Y'all stink.
Yeah. But it's
Some of y'all ain't wear deodorant.
Yeah.
Some of y'all ain't take a shower.
Speed stick slow down.
That's what over years and years, I always tell Nat, and it be at your parties. Some motherfuckers, right, play like 2 basketball games, right?
Mind y'all, there's no liquor here.
They
This is straight sober conversation.
Anyone else like water?
They play 2 basketball games. They change their shorts and then they go to the club.
Yeesh.
Nasty asses. We can smell it.
Oh.
Salty.
Nasty ass. Take a shower.
But I would just kind of get back on track. I gotta stress that, you know, it is one of the most humbling feelings knowing that somebody, you really made somebody's night. I really don't take it for granted. There's times I've been CVS or Stop and Shop, and I'll have somebody walk to me like, listen, did you DJ a party X, Y, and Z? Like, yeah. It was like, yo, I had one. Me and my wife loved it. You were playing music that brought us back to when we first met.
Nice.
So sometimes it doesn't happen right there. You know, sometimes I bump to these people somewhere, and
when you most need it.
and they recognize, and they're like, listen, you know, you made my night, bro.
Yeah.
And
Well, let me further give you another compliment, because when we've been places, and when I say we, Nat and I, that, you know, we're ride or dies for each other. So when we've been places and people are talking about whatever party is going on, whether it's Facebook, at the gym, or wherever, and they say, you know, DJ Ron and Dana are DJing, they go, oh, we going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you guys are like one of the ones where people are like, we know we're going to have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Someone having a good reputation. Here's the funny thing. So if y'all remember Boca Rosa,
Oh Lord,
yeah, we had some real good times.
that was good.
It was.
Like it was perfect.
We still get that, but that definitely helped us kind of like cement us in terms of, at least in the Hartford areas, as some, first of all, some class act guys DJing. 2, the energy is always good there, and we always manage to bring good people together. Like you can never really say like, yo, you got some shady cats in here. And 1 or 2 may slide in because this is Hartford, right? In some aspects, but
if the shady people do come, they know they gotta
they
act right.
straighten up.
They certainly do.
They straight right because
I've never been to
that's just really like, that's kind of like, you know, that's really kind of the energy that we try to set. Like, you know, we just want people to have a good time, and we're using music as the platform to do it. We're gonna touch it. Everybody's gonna feel like we spoke to them through music at some point.
Yep.
So, and that's what we do.
So this is okay. What annoys you? This is your chance now. How do you feel about song requests? Because I know when I'm on the aux cord, and that's not necessarily DJing, but when I have sort of kind of, when I have my song list and people, you know, and I got a good vibe going, and people come over, I be like, hey, get the fuck out of here, like you messing up my vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never.
What's 1 or 2 things that can happen?
Can they remind you of a song?
Sometimes people are like, yo, they have a request and that song was right on point. Like, word, I could play that, you know, or it's coming up. I had that in mind. You're right. Hold on tight. So sometimes, first of all, it could tell you if a request comes, it can almost tell you in the right area. But then you have people, what I personally don't like, and I just grew up where if I went to someone, the first thing I said to them, no matter what they were doing, was hello. But if you come to me, yo, can you play X, Y, and Z? I'd be like, I sit there and stare.
It's so true.
You
Yeah,
know,
have the
and
decency.
Then like, yo, listen, I am not a jukebox.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just, you know, like, Like,
At least the jukebox get paid.
like if you're gonna request a song,
You're not paying me for my request, for your request.
If you're gonna request a song, at least be in the vicinity of rhythm
of where you are.
Yeah, like
where the party's going.
Like what?
Think about
it. You know what I'm saying? And
don't just request a song because it's your favorite song.
And the other thing that annoys the crap out of me is, why would you request a song that you've heard already 18 times today?
On radio.
We were talking about that.
Yeah, more likely I'm going to get to it, but like, come on, man. You only, I mean, like, so it's like, you know, like just sit back and enjoy the ride. Trust me, you can like it. You know, that. You know, just have a little trust in me. I know we never met before. You know,
I know I'm new.
But if you trust me, I guarantee you're gonna have a good time. Yeah, but some people are just, you know. But once again, it's a sign of the times. You know, we live in a very selfish, instant gratification time frame. Mm-hmm. So as a DJ, I used to kind of like having people kind of close to me, kind of like the old house party feels. But now I'm like, man, get these people away from me.
Oh shit.
No, it's not. But some places, maybe
he is beyond the house parties.
I still rock house parties, man.
Damn, them house parties made you, Dana.
Yeah, if you paying, I'm playing.
House parties were the
house parties.
Oh wait, so that's a great segue.
Yeah.
Pricing, right? So you don't have to talk about what you charge and none of that. But I know I've seen some posts in the past where you say, "Thank you, such a gentleman." Where you say, if you want a great DJ, you got to pay like, I mean, Dana and they're not like down the street DJs that just got their shit in the trunk and you're going, yo, can you do it for $400? Like, there's no negotiating. Like, he has a set price. Do you get annoyed when people are like trying to negotiate?
Like, I will negotiate with you, but
lowballing.
But coming in like just at some ridiculous
like 200
prices. What I find, this is always funny. This is always people's approach. They be like, you know, they be like, oh my God. I think one of the things that I think is like seriously, is like, first of all, usually people are like, you know, I used to DJ back in the day, but I don't do too much anymore. But I like what you're doing up here. So how much can I get you for? Like, you know, because I could do it. You'd be like, oh my God, here we go. I think pricing is set on a few levels. One, it's not just so much, you know, the DJ talent you're paying for, but, you know, we put a lot of, we invest a lot in our equipment. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we have thousands of dollars worth of stuff, and I'm not going to recoup my cost, my investment by doing $200-300 events for, you know.
It's not worth to move that.
$100.
All that stuff.
Yeah, you know, like $100, a bottle of Hennessy and some chicken wings. Now, some dudes will go for it. That's just not me. And a lot of these DJs.
Where are the chicken wings coming from?
I take the chicken wings, but I'm still got to charge you for it. But no, just
there's a place we went to. I'm not gonna say.
All jokes aside,
those wings are horrible.
All jokes aside, well, I'll always negotiate with somebody, but just come proper. You know, there's always room. We can go from, you know, the wood, the bronze, the silver, the gold, and the platinum packages, depending on what your price point is. We'll work with you, but just don't insult it, dude.
Do you find that, like, brown people are the ones that try to, what's the word I'm looking for? Like,
I think it goes a little bit deep. I think it goes a little deeper than just that. I think as people, we've been forced to kind of lower our prices because a lot of people coming from, you know, bad economic situations. So the idea was, let's, you know, can I get a hookup or can I do this and that? So I think to break that, I think part of the thing that we try to do in terms of some of the things we post on Facebook is just that, like, not only do I expect you to negotiate with me, but I also will pay, no matter what your services are. I think anybody who's good at something should get paid a fair price, and I don't care what your skin color is. And I think we are hurting each other by having this Calvin works at the drive-through at McDonald's mentality. Like, yo, I know he gonna hook me up. You know, I don't have that expectations on anybody who's out here working hard. Set your price and live your life. If it's too high, we're going to talk about negotiating. But I think that if you're good at what you do, you should get paid well for it.
Very good.
So true.
He just got deep.
That's
All right, so we're going to do something fun real quick before we get into some other stuff. Okay.
And we all done with the DJ stuff. For now.
For now.
I hope.
Because I still want to know your top 5 MCs.
Oh, top 5 MCs. Wow.
So, but before we do
You can
that,
marinate on that.
Okay.
we're going to do marry, fuck, and kill.
God.
I'm sorry.
Why not? Let's
You're
do
not
it.
blind.
Let's do it.
You're a man.
Let's do it.
All right. So this is the singer. Beyonce, Rihanna, and J-Lo.
Wow. That is a tough.
Whip out.
You want to throw Jill Scott in there? No.
Oh, Julie from
Hey,
Philly.
listen, I like Jill.
I like Jill.
Yeah,
Jill's
she did.
wonderful.
She just did a knob job
Yes,
So what
I
do you mean?
know.
So like
on
so
the
like,
mic.
So like I have to like all 3 of like I have to.
You have to
assign-
marry one,
Well,
you
I
have
can't
to
do-
fuck
I can't-
one.
I can't do Beyonce.
and you got to kill one.
Well, this is in
Why
an
would I wanna
ideal.
kill- why-
This
you know?
is just fun.
Look at him.
Oh my god! Do you not want to do it?
Yeah. How about I just do 2 out of 3?
You just want to.
You don't wanna kill anybody?
You don't want to kill anybody.
Or-
I understand. It's hard for me too to
Yeah.
want to kill someone out of it.
Kill.
But you gotta like.
Okay, put her in a mental institution. I don't give
Yeah,
a fuck.
I like that one. That one I
Put her
like.
in a mental institution.
So Beyonce's already taken. So,
So what would you do with her then? Would you put her in a mental institution?
Oh shit! This is not going the way I
Nah,
thought.
it's not working
I thought he was gonna be like,
Choose
I'm
some
gonna fuck Rihanna,
Yeah,
I'm gonna marry Beyonce,
Nah,
and I'm killing
nah,
J-Lo,
I'm
or
sorry.
I'm killing.
I'm too analytical for that. There's some other women out there that aren't married.
Oh shit! I don't know who's not married.
Well, J-Lo ain't married. But she,
No.
yeah,
Okay, so J-Lo.
J-Lo could get it.
Rihanna
She got some miles
is
on
not
there, but I'll
married.
do it. Uh-huh.
See, Rihanna and J-Lo are not married. So let's see, Gabriel Union
She's
or
She's married.
oh, that's right, Lupita.
Lupita Nyong'o.
No, we already got a Latin chick in there.
No,
No,
Lupita's
she's
not
African.
Oh, Lupita.
He likes
I'd marry her.
Lupita. He
Oh,
likes
yeah?
Lupita.
Married her.
Smart. She
Yeah.
speaks several
Yeah.
languages.
She's beautiful.
She's
And
beautiful.
Rihanna, what are you
sexy.
doing, Rihanna? You're probably fucking her, huh?
Weekends.
Oh man. Damn Rihanna.
Yeah.
Damn
Weekends.
Riri.
need the back
So we're
door.
sending J-Lo to the mental institution,
Yeah.
aka
Yeah.
we killing you, girl.
Well said. We good, J-Lo. Nothing personal, but I have to take. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. What about The Purge? This is Nat's question.
Oh, yeah. Well,
The
it's not-
Purge. Are you in the house or you outside?
Have you ever? You've never seen?
You
the
never
movie
seen The Purge?
Oh! Yeah. Oh, shit.
So it's The Purge outside right now.
Mm.
Are you in the house or are you outside? And if you're outside,
I'm in
what's
the
your
house protecting my
weapon?
kids.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Hands
I would
down.
pro-
You-
I would
hands
probably-
down, and I'm probably gonna be worse than the dude outside. If you
I
go
was
outside.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably
Yeah,
say the
my
same
kids
thing.
and the people I love.
Although
Yeah.
at the barbershop, everybody said they would be outside. I was like, what's wrong with y'all?
Not me.
Of course,
Inside.
of course they
Crazy.
say
Not
that.
me.
While their family's getting
It's so
mauled.
crazy.
I'm
No, good.
inside with the
No,
the blinds drawn,
I'm inside watching Netflix, chilling.
lights
And-
off.
Probably got a camera out to the street, like, look at these fools.
And a bunch of guns waiting for somebody to
Oh
bust through the
God,
door.
he sounds just like Carlos talking about the revolution is coming and
just the
shit.
kids. I'm just there for my kids and the people I love, no doubt. I'm inside.
I agree.
No,
Inside
I like
too.
those
I'm inside
questions.
too.
I like the questions. I was just throwing off about the married, the kill. Like, he's trying to kill
You
somebody.
gotta kill somebody
Yeah,
though.
this stuff on tape. Somebody end up dead. Like, yo,
Check that Dana character.
Let's check data,
13,
especially
2008.
He had a plan for
Eight-
J-Lo.
wait, especially Beyonce and her fans.
Yeah.
Ooh, they gonna come for you.
Beehive word.
I
Alright.
we had to take Beyonce out. I got two.
I see that exercise has
Crap back in.
given you a glow up.
A glow up. Is that something I say at your gym? Is that a glow up?
Well, that's what the kids say.
That's what the kids say.
Really?
The kids say a
Yeah.
glow
I'm
up.
so out of touch.
You are. It's so.
Why are you out of touch
I
and you
don't
have a
get it.
child?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so you got your swagger back. Honestly, I don't think you ever lost it. That's just my opinion.
Never lost it.
But you were talking about your swagger earlier, so here's your chance. Here's your chance.
I quoted the song. She saw out of context.
She doesn't care. This is her show.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, has it changed your life? I know it has. How has it changed your life?